Hi, I'm Honey, and welcome to another HonneyMail. This is going to be episode 21, I believe, and it's been a while since I've done one. I'm always sort of conflicted on these because on one hand, I want to share everything that's been given to me. On the other hand, I almost feel bad putting them out sometimes. Like I don't want to put too many out in a row, which is ironic because then I go way too long without putting out another one. So I'm going to really work on. I figure once a month is good. And if I've got a lot of backlog and I catch up, well, then two in a month is okay too. But I'm going to try to really be sure that every 3 or 4 weeks we get one out there. Now, this one might as well be called the food mail, right? Oh my goodness. A lot of people have given me things, sent things to the mail here at the UPS store, and some of this is even from Kansas. And it was, and it was, it's food stuff, and so you open it up and you end up eating it, and some things we still have partials of, and you kind of, yay, I got it, and you devour it, and I should have pictures of damn near everything. And they also sent other things, and I've actually tried to kind of sort out to keep it mostly to the food bits. So Zach has sent us a bag of extreme warheads for a punishment, which was interesting. Do not like those, and of course some of the kids all had some. They liked them. He's also when we were first up here in New York, he was still around the area, or not this area, but he would come in town sometimes, and I'd see him at church. And when he did, he would bring us bags of apples. So we get to try snap apples and some different kinds of apples and cider from the place that he worked at because he was working at an orchard. So that was really cool. So we got to have several different ciders. And then those of you who have seen Zach or the Cool Bros talking, you know that he is a tea man, right? And Tivana is one of the things one of the places that he really likes. Well, he actually sent us, and I think it's apple. I think it was an apple cider, red apple cider, ruby apple cider. Anyway, he sent us an apple cider tea, an apple cider herbal tea, and it was really, really cool, like big hunks of cinnamon and stuff like that. And I actually saw a little bit of that. We were like, ooh, fancy pants tea, and kind of delicately doled that out. But no, it was really, really nice, and it was delicious. It was good. Hello, Athena. Hello, Athena. We have another thing. Now, this is from NovaGirl, but it was made by CDinprov. So this is sort of a part and parcel. CDinprov created from NovaGirl's request and recipe. And there were these really cool cookies. They reminded me very much of Mexican wedding cookies. They were very, very sandy, very buttery. And covered in powdered sugar and stuff. They were really good. They actually made in transportation that we had probably half of them were whole, and then the rest were sort of disintegrated. But it was delicious. It was a really interesting thing to try. And my kiddos had not grown up having, and I just whacked my confetti cube. Did not grow up having those types of cookies. So it was a totally new experience for them. And it was very similar to things that I'd had before, but still different. So that was very cool. So thank you so much, CDimprov, for supplying that and making that using your amazing pastry skills to do that. Now, CDimprov has also, oh my goodness, she has sent us other things too. We've gotten several dark chocolate bars. She made us homemade chocolate syrup. We got like mango marshmallow thingies and emoji gummies when we first moved here. A bunch of homemade cookies. We got a box at Christmas time, a box with fruit cake and all like half a dozen different types of homemade cookies. It was amazing. We got a cocoa mix. We have and when we first moved with that box with emoji gummies and those cool mango filled marshmallow things, we got she sent us a gift card to both Wegmans and to Walmart, which was really neat. And I love the Wegman store. It's really, really cool. It is a little more expensive on some things, not everything. but you know, is reasonable. It's just a really good store. It's really cool, but you can get things there that you can't get anywhere else, and it's just this cool experience to walk in and be like, look at all these things. CD also did. Whoop! Oh, sorry, there's a cat. She also sent us out. And I say us because, along with my cookies, Pat got cookies, and he got his, you know, his specialty Italian cookies, the 3-layer Italian cookies that he requested. So we get to try all the things that he got that we didn't too, because we're in the same city now. So that was really neat. The girls loved those Italian cookies. They were so good. And I had never even seen them, let alone had them before. So that was a really kind of a cool thing that he got to share via CDinprov, something that he loved that my family had never had with us too. So that was really neat. We got some at Halloween time. We got some fun, you know, silly faces for pumpkins, and we got a big old beautiful grape pie. And the story of the grape pie, Pac actually called out. He called CD out and is like, Hun needs a grape pie. So what happened was, shortly after he had gotten back from the last Minecraft marathon thing, like into September, whatever, he and I were visiting, and there was he had a piece or a couple of pieces of grape pie, and he offered me some, and I did not like it. I did not like it. I was expecting it to be like, you know, like sweet, like Welch's grape jelly, or like grape juice, you know, kind of sweet tart, but not so sour. So sour. But I felt really bad, and I didn't want to waste the pie, so I just kept eating it and then making terrible faces. So I was like turning around going, you know, it's like, wait. You don't have to eat it. I'll finish it, or, you know, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's fine. So he actually was telling the story, and he called out CD. He's like, we need a grape pie sent to Hun for a punishment for one of the marathons. Now, I ended up not having after September when we moved, I didn't have any big marathons in October, November, December. So come December, we decided, let's go ahead and, you know, thaw that and just enjoy it and just share it, because I didn't want it to get freezer burnt. You know, it was okay to keep it frozen, you know, for a possible punishment. But, you know, there comes a time where you're gonna cross that freezer line, right? And we didn't want that. We didn't want that at all. So I said, okay, we're gonna go ahead and thaw it, and we're gonna eat it. And actually, I enjoyed that pie much more than the other grape pie that I tried with him, because, it wasn't nearly as tart. It was still like tart, but it was more kind of tart like I expected. It was more like, you know, like Welch's grape tart, you know, not it was much more like I expected. I actually was able to enjoy that as much as I would not voluntarily order a grape pie in a restaurant myself. There are a plethora of pie choices that I would prefer infinitely more. I actually did enjoy it, and I enjoyed the experience. I thought it was a beautiful pie, and I thought it was just really cool, you know, that she made that for us. And then, maybe it was even with a pie. I don't remember. But one of the CD sent us, you know, several packages for me, for Pac, for both of us, which is a great thing that you guys can do, because we're in the same city now. So it's just really easy to pass along. I'm not having to, you know, ship things up there like I did before. Anyway, we got a couple of pints. I think there were 3. There were two or I think we got 2. Anyway, there were 2 or 3 pints of ice cream from the restaurant that she works at that were delicious. Oh my goodness. And once again, we all got to share that, you know, what was sent for me and for Pac. We all shared with our families and made sure everybody got to try some, and it was really, really neat. I even made sure that I passed along, like the things that I got to try, I made sure that I passed along to his folks too, so that they got to try it. I feel like I've got CD covered. I'm actually gonna totally cheat and like double check. I have a list. I write down everything when you guys send it. Okay, yeah, I think that's everything. I did mention the fruitcake and the chocolates. Lots and lots of chocolates. Oh my goodness. I also got Xman at Christmas time sent me out 2 giant bags of homemade toffee. Now, kind of like almond roca, and I actually used to make almond roca. I haven't made it in ages. Almond roca candy, which is like toffee, like buttered toffee and almonds and chocolate, and it's really easy to make, and it's so good. It's pretty much, you know, butter, vanilla, and sugar. You know, with melted, you know, when you put the chocolate and all that over it. But the ones that he sent us out, there was one that we hadn't had before, and it had like candy cane. So it was like a minty one. So it's like a minty one, and then one of them was, I think it was walnut and not almond. Anyway, so we got 2 different kinds of those, a minty one and then a different one. And he called it like Christmas crack, I think. But that was so good. And they came really cute little pink, you know, tied up pink bags and stuff. So we got that from Xman. Now, we got to go over, I'm pretty sure those are the big ones. Make sure I got everybody's name. Zach, CD, Nova. Sorry for the cheat sheet. There's just a lot of them. Xman. Okay, and now there's so much food, I know, but I'm going to pile in one more. There actually is other things that I could have put in for food, but I'm like, no. Pace it out. Yeah, because it'd be like a 45-minute vlog about all the different food, which has been so cool. Anyway, Lily has also been a big provider of treats, and she has sent us chocolates from Cacao? This Fancy Pants chocolatier. And so there's been like potato chip and bacon and honey crisp and sort of spicy, like reminds me of Mexican chocolate, you know, like a Maya chocolate. And then we got this hot drinking chocolate, which was really good. And we got like this little tin of it. And we liked it, and so then she sent us out a giant bag of it. It's like this, I don't know, like a 3-pound bag of this hot drinking chocolate. And I sort of joked about it. I'm like, drinking chocolate. Okay, so it's spicy cocoa, right? No, it's legit cold drinking chocolate for a reason, because it's thick. It's like you are drinking, it's like a liquefied. It's very velvety and rich and smooth, and it was basically the liquefied spicy Mayan chocolate, and I love it. It's so good. By the way, it makes a really good mocha too. Just throwing that out there. We got bark, you know, from them, like honeycomb bark. We got mini chocolate bars. We got, I'm double checking. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of chocolate discs from them. For the punishments when we did sort of a chocolate roulette thing, or just, well, the chocolate discs were just like dark chocolate discs. They were just nummy. But the candy bars were for the chocolate roulette thing, where we got this whole big bag, and she sent us mini ones too. But we had like an assortment of big bars, and everybody, again, all my family got to try them. And so we had big bars with a chocolate roulette, where you would just randomly try a piece of chocolate, which was really it was a difficult punishment to go through. That one was a struggle to have to eat more chocolate. But it was sort of an answer to the, we feel bad that Honey's getting quote unquote punished, you know, and they, you know, there shouldn't just be icky bad ones. I'm pretty sure that was in direct response to the Bean Boozled, which was horrible. Horrible. And then Lily also sent us the king cake, and this is so cool. Lily's from New Orleans, and she had asked me if I'd ever been to Mardi Gras, and I have in fact not been to the state or to the festival, although I was aware of it. She asked, well, have you ever had a king cake? And I said, no, but I kind of know what it is. Doesn't it, isn't it like a symbol of good luck, or isn't it really colorful? I mean, I'm vaguely aware of what it was, but I never had one. Well, she had a bakery send us out, like made fresh, ship out a king cake. And basically, it's like this really big, round cinnamon roll, right? Sort of, but more like sweet bread, you know. So it's kind of a cross between a cinnamon. To me, it was kind of a cross between a cinnamon roll and like really soft cinnamon bread, that, like, you know, like you would get to make cinnamon toast or something. And so it was like it was sort of a mix between that. So it wasn't quite as sweet, and the filling, and as thick of a cinnamon sugar in the middle like you would have with a cinnamon roll, but it wasn't quite as stiff. It was more bread like, but it wasn't quite as stiff as you would expect for bread. So yeah, it was just really soft, sweet, sweet bread with layers of cinnamon, you know, rolled up in it. And then inside somewhere, there's a little teeny tiny plastic baby. And none of us had the dang baby. Whoever got the baby. So and it has this like little lore thing in there, and it's really cool. And we got to, sorry, I can't answer you. I'm making a video. Whoever got the baby had good luck for the year and got to supply next year's king cake. That's kind of the story of it, right? And and like I said, it came unfrosted, but it came with this, you know, icing sugar to put over the top, and then all the colorful sprinkles to put on there too. And so I did that, and Dawn was like, you need to balance it, Mom. Don't make a third one of this color. Two of each. So, you know, we were kind of did that one together. And so I got it from the UPS guys, and we talked about what it was. Thank you. Good job. Leave a voicemail. And then I went home and I iced it with Dawn. And then I went back out because I wanted it because we cut into it, and while it was as fresh as it could be, I wanted to go ahead and make a delivery to Pac and to Pac's parents so that, you know, everybody could try some of this king cake. And it was a big old cake, right? It was like picture a pizza box. I mean, you can see the pictures, but I mean that's like it was like a large pizza box, you know, that it came in. So while I was out and about dropping off a section to Pac and dropping off a section to Pac's parents, I had forgotten when I was at the UPS store that I had something to mail out. So I stopped again at the UPS store to finish what I forgot earlier, and you know, buy stamps and crap. And while I was there, they asked me about the king cake and how was it and everything. And I said, oh, I have it in my car because I was just delivering some. Would you guys like to try the king cake? And they're like, sure. So they brought out to my car a plastic plate and plastic knife, or a paper plate and a plastic knife, and we cut off a hunk, and they picked the hunk, and the manager of the store picked a hunk, and we cut it off, and they brought in this big old plate full of king cake, and then, you know, the three guys that were working there that night were all going to be able to share the cake. And I teased them and I said, now if you get the baby, you owe me a king cake. Well, we didn't find the baby when we ate all of ours. And then Pac's family didn't find the baby because I asked them, and they're like, "Wait, there's a plastic thing in here?" And I'm like, "Yes, purposely." So then, when some of you maybe remember this, you may have been there when we were live streaming. So then one Sunday we had stopped by Pac's house and by Pac's place, and Dawn and I were like, he hasn't eaten all of his king cake. Let's do surgery. And so I like cut up the whole dang thing, like searching for the baby. And there was no baby. Then we put it all back in its container and back in the fridge. So later that night when we were streaming 7 Days to Die, Pac went, before we got started, he went to go grab himself some king cake for dessert. And he came back like, what happened to my cake, hon? It is destroyed, hon. We were looking for baby. A couple weeks later, I saw the manager at the UPS store, and as I walked in, he said, apparently I owe you a cake. I said, you found the baby. So we speculated the baby must have been in the UPS guy's portion. But sure enough, we found the baby eventually. So anyway, we have been showered and overwhelmed with so many treats and amazing things, and I thought I would just kind of pick out a selection of the food things and go ahead and get this next one out. Like I said, several of these people have sent us other things besides food, and they'll totally be featured again for that stuff later. But anyway, I hope you had fun with it, enjoyed all the beautiful pictures, and thank you all so much. However you choose to support us, whether it's send us something in the mail, or dinner that night with Treat Stream, or the tips or the subscriptions, however you do, thank you for doing it, because you all help make this the best job in the world. And if you can't, don't ever feel guilty about that. Just hang out, chat, be a viewer, behave and be nice in the chat, and you're just an awesome streamian too, and all that is support as well. So I just want to say thank you very much. I'm so sorry this one was so late, and we're going to try really hard to keep them on time. Anyway, that's it for now. Bye!